We are back with Naomi, and here comes Niko, and that is the cutest little frog I have ever seen in my entire life. Um, I am, I've never played this game. I've never seen this game played. I have just heard lots of really incredible things about it, so I'm very excited to see this run. Naomi, please take it away.
All right, hello everyone. I'm Naomi, and this is Here Comes Niko. So, Here Comes Niko is a game by Frog Vibes, a Dutch little studio, and a little Dutch studio, not the other way around. I know grammar. And released by, or published by Yes for Breakfast. You know them for Ahead in Time. Now, the goal of the game is to become a professional friend, and I'm running the Employee of the Month category, so it's going to be a little bit different than just getting, just becoming a professional friend. But, you know, we'll get into that once we start the run. So I'm going to count down from 3 to go, and on go, we start it. So, 3, 2, 1, go. And we're off. Now, here comes Niko. As I said, we're trying to become a professional friend, and we're going to be introduced to our boss, Pepper, here. And to become a professional friend, we have to get to the interview. Now, for any percent, that's all we have to do. We just need to get to the interview with Pepper. However, for Employee of the Month, not only do we have to go to that interview and go to the end screen, we also have to get 75 coins total to get the Employee of the Month status. So, speaking of coins, what are used for essentially is to go from world to world. And how Here Comes Niko works is essentially kind of like Mario Odyssey. You do these little quests, like me taking this lunch to the frog up on top. And once we've done the quest, we get a coin. And then with these coins, once we've got enough, we can go to the next level. So that's our first coin. Just bring lunch to the high frog over there. And then we're going to go back and go to this giraffe who will open up the train for us. There we go. And that's the first level. That's just the introduction. Now we're going to have these train segments in between. And I'm not going to talk during all of them. But all you need to know now is title card. Now, throughout the run, I will be commentating on everything we do. We're going to meet a lot of characters, so there's going to be a lot of talks. During these train segments, we're going to have like these little voicemails or phone calls from characters. We don't really care about this story. It's not about that story. It's all about us becoming a professional friend. And throughout the run, while I'm commentating, feel free to ask questions. I'm in chat. I'm watching you. You can ask questions about stuff that you want to know about, and I'll be glad to answer them. All right, let's first start with the first thing that we're going to do. This is Hairable City, the first big level, and we're going to collect this cassette tape. I'll explain what these do later. For now, all we have to care about is this little volley segment. Oh. So this is Travis, and he has his sister Trix as well, and they really like volley. So we got to do a lot of volleys in this run to get a coin. We just need to get 5 points. And we're just gonna play by the official rules of standing on the net and dive into the volleyball. And grab these collectibles real quick. I'll explain what they do later. And we're gonna go talk to Travis now. And that's the first coin. Alright, next up, we're gonna grab this little butterfly, grab another cassette tape, and then we're gonna head our way up to Gabby. So the little Gabby quest, it's basically a little puzzle where we have to pot plants. And we have to do them in certain patterns. And once we've done all of them and they turn white, Gabby can give us a coin. So let me grab these butterflies. Let me grab this wall. So here you go. I'll explain more what these puzzles are in a bit. But first, and this tree is a bit annoying. Right, so I grabbed the bottle there. The bottles are actually awesome in this game. They allow us to do this. So during these little cutscenes with the tapes, we can actually open the bottle menu. And the game just turns the physics back on again. So we can reset our dive during that little segment. Because once I dive, I cannot jump or dive again until I hit the ground. So for those little segments, it's really useful to have that bottle. But there's another major skip that I discovered a couple months back with the bottles. That makes it super juicy to pick up for these runs. Especially Employee of the Month. This is Gunther. We can't see Gunther because Niko is in front of him. But Gunther is essentially the level-specific quest, or like the unique level quest. Because most of these characters, we're gonna see him again and again throughout the run. But Gunther, we're gonna only see him in Hairball City, and each level has like their own little special quest, essentially. And we're gonna be doing all of them in this run, which makes this run so cool because you finally get to see the game. And in 80%, we kind of just speed by it, but there's so much good stuff in this game. All right, more cassettes. Right. Grab that, and that's 30 butterflies. That's for another quest that we'll explain later. It's for the Blessley quest. And that's Dustin. So Dustin is essentially a character that's going to be our rival in the game. They're going to go to places that are hard to reach, and once we reach them, Dustin will give us a coin. Now, we have another quest here, Fisher. And essentially all we have to do is just fish. Because Fisher lost his hook. And let's just forget that his hook is literally on his hat. That, you know, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that part. Just, we're fishing with Fisher. It's basically the equivalent of, I don't know where my glasses are, while they're just like on top of your forehead. Really funny. Alright. And throughout the run, you see like me use a couple of movement techs here and there. So one of them is in this fishing segment. What I'm doing with the keyboard right now is normally when I dive, right, when you're playing a game like this, you kind of just hold the direction towards where you're diving. In this game, you should not hold a movement direction while you're diving because it actually slows you down. Diving is a lot faster when you don't hold any WASD keys in this case. Now we got enough points to go to the next level, and normally in 80% we do one more quest here, but since we're gonna do a lot of quests in the next level anyway, we might as well just skip it and then do it when we come back here. Next up is gonna be Turbine Town. And we're gonna do a level specific quest in that we're gonna basically do all of Turbine Town and then not see Turbine Town until the end of the run. So this is gonna be a long sit. Essentially, in this level, what we're gonna do is turn on the turbine because right now it's disabled. It's not on. And we'll do that by talking to a wind dragon, of course. And we're gonna grab these butterflies again. And this level is a bit more tricky with the butterflies, so I'm gonna try to do it as fast as possible. But they're definitely a bit of a challenge. Okay. All right. Grab this. There is a butterfly here. Thank you. Okay. The game is freaking adorable. This game is made by just a very small studio in the Netherlands. I've met them. They're awesome people. And I really recommend, if you just want a casual run to learn, like platform-wise, there's not a lot of deep movement tech. It's just easy to learn, hard to master, essentially. If you want to learn a cute platformer, this would be the one I would recommend. And alright, so another volley segment. This is with Trixie this time. That's the sister, right? And we're gonna just do this really cool volley segment where we're just gonna do this little loop where we go up, hit the ball, and go down, under, and hit it again for the 5th point and get a coin. I'm checking my butterflies in the meantime because butterflies in this level are a bit weird. They're not really set and they kind of just fly kind of where we don't want them to. There's another little Gabby quest. So how the puzzle works is the yellow seeds, they plant in a grid of 9. So in the center and then all around it. And then the red seeds, they just plant a single plant. And then later we're gonna also be introduced to a blue seed and a flower pot that we can place ourselves. I should have picked up that butterfly. It's fine. I'm gonna try to pick these guys up. Again, these butterflies are a bit harder to manage than Hairball City, because in Hairball City they're a bit more set where they are. These guys are a bit faster and a bit more erratic. Alright, that's a little Gabby. And that's her quest. Scouting the butterflies. I don't really see them, so we're just gonna go around. Gonna do this really cool jump. Ah. And that's one of the movement techs that we found. It's found by test subject, where you can basically launch yourself from any surface. It's really cool. Now, let's talk about big skips. So this skip is called Windmill Skip. Normally, we are supposed to open that key box at the bottom there. We're just gonna skip that entirely by doing this really cool skip. Alright, and who can guess who's at the top of the turbine? You guessed it. It's our friend Dustin. Alright, that's another butterfly. We're on 17. That's not too great of a count. I'm gonna check if I can grab a couple more as we go to this container in the water here. And we're gonna grab another bottle here, because unfortunately, the bottles, they don't open between levels. It's like a little bug they have. So I have to grab a bottle in each level for them to be actual usable. Luckily, some of these are en route. Okay, they're not here, unfortunately, the butterflies. So I'm just gonna take a little detour over here real quick. Grab a couple more butterflies in the containers. There we go. Because we really need these guys. Alright, that should be doable. Alright. Gotta do another Fisher quest, and this is the hardest one. So pray for me as I do this. That's one. Hopefully. Yep, okay. Then we're gonna grab the stingray, which should be here, but it's not. That's a floaty. Stingray? These? Okay, there we go. Got the stingray. These, for some reason, these fishes are, or these fish are a lot harder to grab. There's one, the shrimp down here that I didn't grab. Come on. This shrimp, you kind of have to be right on top of it. And it's very annoying, but there we go. Here we go. Then we have this little guy over here. And then for some reason, all of these fish are hard to grab, except for the axolotl. The axolotl, it's like all the way over there. I could just kind of dive over here and I grab it anyway. We'll take it. We'll take what we can get. And that's fishing. That's another coin. Now we're going to start wrapping up some stuff in the level here. So let's grab a couple more of these butterflies. Oh, tape. Cool. Go over here. And go over here. Talk to Pelly about the turbine. We've never met Pelly, but they give us a coin anyway for fixing the turbine. And that's the level specific quest for this one. There's another tape up here that we want to grab. And now we have Blessley. So this will be the first time we're going to see Blessley. And she wants all these butterflies. So let's see what's that all about, right? What do you want the butterflies for, Blessley? Let's see.
Huh? Huh?
Oh. So that's what she needs them for. She's a food critic and she eats the insects of the island, which is wait, you could, you know, to each their own. Let's see. We're wrapping up the level with a final tape here. We're gonna be seeing Blessley a lot of times, so you know, if you like that, prepare for all of them. All right. Time for Salmon Creek Forest. Salmon Creek is the largest level, so we're going to be spending even more time here. But the first time we're going to visit, we're going to only visit very shortly and do a couple quick things, and then leave. For now, just enjoy the scenery. Because what we're going to be able to do now is, in Salmon Creek, there is a... So throughout the game, right, there's a lot of quests that we can unlock. And then once we visit the first levels, not all the quests are there until we pick up this little collectible I just picked up, the number sheet. The number sheet will allow us to unlock quests in other levels. And we need that essentially throughout the run. So there's 2 of them. That's the first one. And that's why we're going to go back to Hairball in a second. So we're going to go under this little waterfall. There's always a secret behind the waterfall in video games. Grab 2 tapes. At least I would, if Niko... Okay, there we go. Cool. And now, I'm gonna go ahead and get a coin at the end of this tunnel. Now, what are the cassette tapes for? You might be asking. Like, we've collected 19 of them. They must be important, right? So what those cassette tapes are for, there is 2 quest NPCs. They're called Mitch and Mai. and they trade you a coin for 5 cassettes. So we're gonna collect all the cassettes except for one, because there's one extra in the game, so we can skip one. And we're gonna use them on Mitch and Mai to get some more coins. So first, we're gonna do some vandalism and an arcade level. So the arcade level is basically a self-contained challenge, right? In this one, we have to do, we have to find 5 dog bones. And once we got 5 of them, we get a coin. Some other arcade levels, they just tell you to find the coin. And usually through a puzzle, but we can break all of them, so there's a coin. And then the graffiti I picked up, that's for the vandalism quest, or the art quest. So we're gonna talk to Nina here. She wants us to draw a beautiful picture, but all she cares about is that we drew 5 shapes, and then she gives us a coin. And now, to the best character of the game. Hello, Mai. Love Mai. Alright, so I don't know if you noticed just now, but what I did there was during that little cutscene of Mai, I opened the bottle menu and I can actually move around. And that's the big skip that we found with these bottles. It's very, very important for some time save, because you can get some distance already going while you're doing that. Another Blessly. That's it. Another coin. Love these little Blessly cutscenes. They're always great. And then we're gonna do hamster ball. So what hamster ball is we're in a big ball, right? And we have to get these seeds across the level, these hamster seeds. And what I can do with the hamster ball is I can break anytime I want. And then if I hold break long enough, it will launch us, which allows us to do things like this. We can just launch towards the lighthouse. Grab that. Please. Here we go. Oh, come on. Alright. This is the most cumbersome part of the run, because this hamster ball is really hard to control. Luckily, we can just warp back to the start to grab like the last seed if we need to. And then we talk to, I believe her name is like Mina? I'm not really sure. She's the only character I do not remember the name of. This 3D with 2D reminds me of Demon Turf. Oh, well, you might be in for a treat, because apparently, and not apparently, I'm going to show you, there's actually a Demon Turf Easter egg in this game. And I'm going to show you if you stick around. It's going to be a while, though, but it is in this game. All right. So, we did that. Okay. This kind of confuses me sometimes, because now we're going to be on a very, very long tour through Salmon Creek. If you didn't know, Sancho, in Demon Turf, at least the original, not Neon Splash, in Demon Turf, there is actually a Here Comes Niko cameo as well. There is a level, I believe it's like the pirate level, right? Where you can actually find Niko and Pepper. So I encourage you to go seek out for them. They're very cool. So this quest here, right? I want these bugs. These bugs are no, they're not the same company. I just talked to a character there. His name is Stein, or their name is Stein, and they want us to invite Melissa to the Sakura trees up there, so he can confess, well, their love to them. And the cool thing about Stein and Melissa is that they're basically characters based on developers of this game. Stein van Wakeren, and I believe her name was Melissa Krachten. There's another little detail. Speaking of developer characters, actually, if you really want some cool stuff even more, Nina over here, that's actually the persona, or like a former persona. So another character based on a death of the lead artist. Are they the same company? So they're not the same company. They just know one another, and they helped. I believe Fabraz helped the Here Comes Niko team with some of the stuff that they were working on. Not sure if it was vice versa, but I heard a story like that. It's just a very tight community around platforming development, honestly. Alright, so now, Melissa, we're gonna take her on a stroll. And I kind of want these bugs. So these dragonflies are again for Blessley, but these dragonflies are a bit annoying because they can just zoom away. I don't actually have to go here. My brain melted. Alright, just gonna go here. Bring Melissa along. And we're just gonna quickly do a little jump over here. Just skip the whole platforming section below. And bring it to stand. I'm gonna wait for her to actually detach, because if you do it, if you press Q too early on this, you can actually kind of soft lock the quest a little bit, which is, you know, just more time loss. But here we go, it's done. And now it's time for more flower puzzles. So these blue flowers, what they do is if I plant one here, they're gonna go across the flower field until they've hit an end, or a different flower. So I have to be very mindful which one I plant first and where. Grab that. And now we're just gonna go on some tape. Quests, right? 13, yeah, should be enough for now. That's another tape. And now we're gonna do a skip called Handsome Frog Skip. Essentially, there's these rocks here that you normally can only unlock with a key. There's a key hole on the other side, but we can kind of just walk over the frog, or the rocks here. And it's near a frog NPC called Handsome Frog, so that's why we call it the Handsome Frog Skip. So that's another coin. All right. Now we need to get up here, and that proves to be difficult sometimes. There we go. Another tape. We're gonna talk to Mitch again for another coin for those tapes. And if you haven't noticed yet, I think it was very brief. There's another hamster ball coming up. Boop. Alright, so let's see. Now, for this hamster ball, I actually want to not jump as much, because jumping with this hamster ball, you kind of just launch yourselves, essentially. And that's dumb because the mountain is kind of high. But if I jump, sometimes you kind of just get launched up and you have to wait for you to fall down. And we want to prevent that as much as possible. Like here, it's fine. Go. See, we don't want to be bounced up too much. Go. It's another seed. And then the last seed is on the side of the mountain. Keep forgetting about that one sometimes. Over here. Da, 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 da. There it is. And that's another coin. All right. So we have another flower section coming up, and then we're gonna talk to our rival Dustin again. Now, I wonder where Dustin could be in this level. Of course, they're on top of the mountain. Hi, Dustin. There's a flower pot section that we're gonna do over here. And in this one, we actually want to plant the blue one first, and that's always trips me up because normally I go for the yellow one first. Yellow one can go anywhere. There we go. And then we have another fishing quest. We missed a good pun check. What pun did we miss? Here it is. Now, the thing with this fishing, and the fishing is kind of we just do the fishing. The thing with this fishing is, I only catch 4 fish in this pond. There's no more left. So for most new players, they go like, huh, where's the last fish? And if you notice, there's a river here, and if you go down here, there it is. In the dust. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, that is a bad pun. Alright. Get a key that's hidden here, and we're gonna do some more volley. Now, this is one of the harder volleys in the game. Not of this category, though. See, the hard part here is staying on the net. Because sometimes this game just does not allow you to get back on the net in time. Alright, so. Because it's very tight to get back on the net there. There you go. Got that coin. Now we just need to get up here. And then dive down the wrong tree. Good job, Naomi. Good job, me. There we go. Get another tape. And now we're going to start wrapping up a lot of things back to back. So first we need to get all these bugs and get them to a count of 30. And seeing that we have 16, it's going to be a bit tight, but we'll see how far we can get. Then we have this little arcade that we have to do. More dog bones. Boop. More dog bones. And there's 2 routes to this arcade. There's my route and then the fastest route. I'll learn the fast route someday. I've been saying this for the past year and a half, I think. So just so you know, it probably won't happen. Alright, and there's a coin. We just talk to the tree, and then we bonk it until we get a coin. And now we need to get the Blessley stuff going. So I'm gonna grab all these butterflies, or, well, I call them butterflies, they're just insects, honestly. Dragonflies. I need 6 more. So we're just gonna go to Gabby's little end area. Oh, grab the last couple few. And coming up, essentially, it's just a Gabby wrap-up. Blessley again. And after that, there's not much happening. We're just gonna skip a level. And then we're gonna start doing stuff again in Bathhouse. So we have quite a bit of time. So I don't know if there's like messages or something that you could read if there's anyone here. And if not, you'll just be with me. So I'm gonna wait for confirmation on that. And for now, enjoy Blessley. I think there will not be any messages, unfortunately. Alright, let's just wrap it up then. So, as you can see, we have 20 coins, and technically now I'm able to skip all the levels until the final level. But we're not gonna do that. So, what's cool about Employee of the Month is the whole routing, because it's very Mario Odyssey, this game, where you can kind of just do quests in any order you want. So for public pool, it's faster. So the next level coming up is public pool. It's faster to just skip this level and do it in one go later in the run, than doing a couple quests now and coming back. However, for the next level, oh, can you please select the next option? For the next level, Bathhouse, it is actually better to do a couple quests and then go ahead and come back and finish up Bathhouse. Because technically we do have 5 coins to exit the level, but we're not going to do that. Alright, so this will be one of the last phone calls that we're going to sit through with Niko. This is another phone call from Sarah, Niko's best friend. And Pepper is just going to give us some words of encouragement. And then from there, we're going to do Bathhouse. Now, I'll explain why Bathhouse is best done in 2 sittings. It's mostly because of quest progression. So there are 2 quests in this level that we're gonna do. They're the oh goodness, I know, that's Gamer Kit and Poppy Quest. I forgot the word Gamer Kit. I'm a Gamer Kit myself, how could I forget? Anyway, the Gamer Kit quest and the Poppy quest. And the reason why is for Gamer Kit, the quest basically forces you to backtrack. And for Poppy, it's basically you have to go from one end to the level all the way to the other end of the level just to go back to the original starting point. So you're kind of just running along the level the whole time if you were to do it in one go, and it's just faster to just do it in 2 sittings. But for now, we're going to do this little Lewis insertion quest. Essentially, I had to bring Lewis back to his husband, Sertial. And you can only jump and dive a certain amount of times. Oh, let's go. Alright, that was the hardest trick in the game I just did there. Okay, we'll take it. That was not supposed to be the route, Naomi. Whoopsie. Okay. I'll just improvise the platforming here a little bit. It's never good at improvising. Grab that. And now we're back on track. So, next quest is essentially the hamster ball again. The twist in this hamster ball is that the hamster ball is now tiny. They shrunk it. Pretty funny. Because you can go through floor cracks, and I think that's the coolest thing in this hamster ball overall that we found. I'm gonna go up here. Go up, grab this little seed. And again, this is normally stuff you don't get to see in any % or 46 coin. So like, this is just very cool to see in a marathon. This is the first ever time this category has been at a marathon. And there it is. It was a bit suboptimal, but that's okay. And I just need to do something that I forgot as well. I accidentally jumped off the wrong thing after Dustin. That's on me. Oh. Normally we're supposed to unlock this, talk to Poppy, and then unlock the monument, but it's okay. Alright, so that's the Poppy quest started, and then we're just gonna advance the Poppy quest so that on the return, we can essentially finish the Poppy quest. Right, I want these fireflies, because they're the most annoying bugs that you need to grab in all the bug quests, in my opinion. Grab another tape that's hidden here. And then we're gonna go talk to Poppy's husband, Paul. The fun story behind Poppy's family is that they all start with a P. I forgot all their names, but like, they all start with a P. I'm not sure what the joke is there. I just think it's funny. Right, grab all of that. Oop. Gonna go over here. Now. Right. And talk to GamerKid. Alright. And we're gonna exit the level now. That's the setup for this level. To finish it off. And this makes the run 3 to 4 minutes faster. Just this little section here. It's insane how much time it saves. Alright, time for Tadpole HQ. We're gonna do a short visit here as well. Essentially, we're gonna do one quest, which is the King Frog quest. We're gonna grab 2 tapes, a number sheet, and exit. So, King Frog. You've seen, like, statues of King Frog? Well, here's the actual King Frog. And he tells us that his assistant is overworked. And now we're his assistant, and he's telling us stories. And for just listening, we get a coin. And that's the level-specific quest of this level. Just talking. Climbing these frog statues is a bit difficult, but that was pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead to the final tape for this level now. Here it is. Grab the number sheet. And now we're gonna go on a grand tour of Here Comes Niko, where we're gonna finish up all the levels. So, this is it. This is the final run through. Here we go. So, Hairball. We have a couple quests left. I think it's 3. We have Gamer Kid, which is now here in the tunnel. There we go. Talk to them like that. We have Lewis's Social. And we have an arcade. So for Gamer Kid, let's start with Lewis's Social. For Lewis's Social, we can only jump and dive like 2 or 3 times. And there we go. That's Lewis's Social done. Just do that like that. For Gamer Kid, what we have to do is we have to go up this building and then dive into the water. And once we hit the water, we complete this challenge. Coincidentally, the arcade is already here, so we're gonna go ahead, go into the arcade, and grab the point. Now, normally you're supposed to make like a little staircase with the blocks there, but you can kind of just skip everything. All right, talk to Gamer Kid. Here we go. And that's the final coin of Hairball City. Now we're just gonna do one last thing. We need 2 more cassettes that are on this island. And now you might be saying, where? Well, I only see 1 cassette. Where's the second one? Well, it's not down here, actually. It's also not in this box. The box is the answer, though. Because it's actually up here. Boop. There we go. And that's every cassette and coin in this level. So we're gonna go ahead and exit. That's Hairball City. Oh, come on. Now, we're going back to Turbine Town now. It's been a while since we've been here. So let's see what we can do. Oop. So we're gonna do this arcade. Gonna do one of the harder tricks in the game again after this. Or during this. It's called Dylan Hop. And that's it right here. There's like a little setup that I have to do. The hard part there is to do it fast. Oh, god dang. Alright, there we go. Essentially, in the Dylan Hop, what you do is you essentially... You essentially jump up into the bone and onto the red umbrella at the same time. We're doing another Lewis's Social. In this Lewis's Social, we're actually not allowed to jump or dive. So we do this really cool little strat called Elder Shuffle, where we use the slides that Niko can use to skip about 20 to 25 seconds of time of just walking around with Lewis otherwise. It's a bit difficult initially, but it's very cool. Here's another quick coin. Normally you're supposed to figure out the states of the air vents, but we kind of just skip that. And now this is where the bottle that we picked up earlier in the run comes into play. Alright. It's hard to figure out where you're going with that sometimes. Go. Save a little bit of time there. I need a better setup of the camera next time, but that's okay. And that's everything in Turbine Town. Let's go to Salmon Creek now. Salmon Creek is a bit of a weird one because the last quests that unlock are a bit out of the way for all of them. So we have a Gamer Kit challenge coming up here. But the thing with Gamer Kit is that you have to go back to Gamer Kit to pick up the coin, and that's the annoying part with this part of the run. Because if we didn't have to, it would be a lot faster, but unfortunately it just is what it is. And in this one, we're not allowed to touch the ground. Except that we're gonna touch the ground and we're still gonna win. So just ignore that part. We didn't cheat. Gamer Kit said it was fine. Alright, gonna go ahead and become one with the tree over here. Or I would have if I didn't miss the arcade there. Another quest for a coin. And you're supposed to figure out something with these blocks, but I can just grab the coin, honestly. And now you go back to Gamer Kit. Oh, you definitely should play it. Like, casually, it's such a fantastic little experience. Alright. Hello, Gamer Kid. Oh. And hey, speedrunning-wise, if you ever want to check out the 80% route, or any of the other categories, I actually did make tutorials on how to speedrun this game on YouTube. And there's a lot of cool people in the community as well. So, alright. Here we go, more quests. There's another Lewis insertion quest. Oh, goodness. Alright, I was actually preserving my dive to get out of this water faster, but unfortunately we got a double load screen, so it loaded the... It basically spawned my character twice, and that puts me in a bonk state, unfortunately, which means I can't do my dive. You bought half a Steam in the Steam sale. I mean, based, honestly. Alright, and that's Salmon Creek Forest. We're really wrapping it up. There's now... Okay, so now we actually get to play public pool. This is going to be a little... We're going to be here for a little while, so stick around. So public pool. First thing we're going to do is grab these bugs. These cicadas. They stick onto walls, and they fly away if you get near them, so you have to be fast. A lot of people hate the cicadas. I know another runner from Play the Month that skips the cicada quest because there's actually 76 of the there's 76 coins. We only need to get 75 in the game to get Employee of the Month. So you can actually skip a coin, which means you can make your own route for Employee of the Month based on what quest you want to do or what quest you don't want to do. Now, I've opted for a different quest to cut, and I'll explain later why. But the cicada quest, we're not going to skip it, because the cool thing about the cicada quest, compared to all the other bug quests, is that the cicadas, they're completely static. They will always be in the same positions every time you load the level. They're never going to be moving to like a different spot in the game. So you can basically just route out 30 of them. All right, cool, thank you. All right, so this is pool volley, and I hate pool volley. Because of that, thank you, pool volley. Normally, you can stay in the net, but once you hit the water here, it's kind of just don't... You can't really get back on the net because she throws him so fast. And water is so annoying to play volley in. Ah! Okay, got it. Got it, okay. Grab this tape. Get the coin and never come back to this again. Cool. Here it is. There's also a bundle currently going on, a jingle bundle. I'm not really sure of the details. It's on the Hiccups Niko Twitter. But there is a bundle with this game where if you pay 35 bucks, you get a whole bunch of games, including Hiccups Niko. So I definitely recommend to check it out if you want to, you know, maybe try out this game and a couple of other games for a good cause. Because that's what we're all about. Alright. That. And we're gonna go back to the frog over here. Grab cicada. Cicada. Now these two are close to one another, so I'm gonna try to grab them both at once. There we go. So you see, you can kind of just plan them out. It's not too much time lost compared to some of the other quests. Alright, we have another puzzle. And this is one of the harder flower puzzles. But hey, if you just learn the patterns, you'll do fine. Now, this is where the blue flower pots need to be blocked by red ones. So see, I plant the red one there. And then if I plant the blue one here, it's going to be blocked. So that way, it does not block the blue one that's coming down here. There we go. There's a lot of depth to these puzzles. I like these puzzles a lot. Honestly, I wouldn't mind more puzzles. Right, let's do the final one. Puzzle. Whoop. And now, it's time for the 2D quest. So, this game has been mostly a 3D platformer, but now we're going to turn it into a 2D platformer, which is all the way over here. And this is where we will have our Demon Turf cameo. So, pay attention, because in this 2D section, there are enemies that we can basically bonk on, like a Mario game. See, like there's like a little crab here. If you look closely, I'm gonna go a bit slow to show you. You see, one of the enemies is actually Beeps from Demon Turf. All right. That's the Demon Turf reference there. Oh. And that's the 2D section. Here we go. So now, back at the pool. We have a couple more things to do. First, we have to solve a crime. That's the main quest of this level, by the way. There's been a crime. The pool floaty has been cut. And we have to figure out who did it. Alright, that was... Okay, yeah. So that's what they do when you get too close. But luckily, we have a Mitch over here that we have to talk to anyway. Oh, there it is. It's back. Yep. Another here. All right, 28 is more than enough for what we need to do. Again, you can just plan out the cicadas. So, you know, I pick a different quest to skip entirely. Boop-a-doo. See, before I skipped a quest in Bathhouse called the Poppy Quest, the one where you have to talk to the axolotls. But I changed it to Huge Volley, which is one of the volley games that you have to do in this game, because it takes literally 15 seconds per ball, and you need to hit it 5 times. So like, that's like at least just a minute of questing that you can just skip essentially. So I just decided to skip that one, because it's the freest one to skip. And it saves a little bit of a detour as well with picking up the coin and everything. Another fishing quest. This one is one of my favorites. Has a lot of cool animals in this one. Like a squid. And a tape. Okay, I missed the tape like I said, and a tape. Don't miss it. Okay, there we go. See, and a tape. And an alligator. No, this is safe. This is safe. The alligator looks cute. It's probably a friendly alligator. There's a turtle. We know how cool turtles are, right? Yeah, we like turtles. And there's a shark. Okay, maybe this pool is not as safe as I thought it is. But hey, that's fine. There's one more fish in here. I don't know what this fish is actually. My biology skills are limited. Alright. We gotta do one more dive for a tape. Over here. Easy. And if you haven't noticed yet, we haven't actually talked to Gabby yet to grab our coins, so we're gonna do it now. Hi, Gabby. And then we have the Detective Frog, and we're gonna solve a murder. Oh, by the way, talking with cameos. It's Hat Kit from Hat Time. Okay, cool. Alright, lose a little bit of time to gain a little bit of recognition, I guess. I don't know. We like to show the cameos in this game. Alright, time to finish up pool by talking to Blessel. But if you haven't noticed yet, we're actually missing 2 cicadas. Still. One of them is going to be on the tree here, and then one of them was on the fence, but I have to wait for that one to come back, which is fine. Because I do actually have to go out here in the water anyway. Forward tape. Here we go. And that's Blessley, and that's public pool. We did it. Let's finish off the run now. I'm just gonna check if I got everything. Yes, I did. It's sometimes a bit hard to track. And I wasn't sure with this level, because this level can get confusing. Alright, so Gamer Kit. Since we activated Gamer Kit our last visit, hi, my cat got on the desk. Since we activated Gamer Kit on the last visit, we can already do his quest. Just have to hit this little area here, like that. And then we have an arcade to do. Essentially, we're not supposed to touch snow, so we complete it by touching snow. How that works, essentially, is basically because Niko's in a diving state, the game doesn't consider them to be standing on snow, so it's all fair game. So you can kind of just dive on the snow until you reach your destination. It's pretty cool. Alright, cool. Arcade like you've never seen it before. We're really getting... Ooh. Whoa. That was... Oh my god. That's a first. Oh my goodness. We just did a quick exit from an arcade. It's known that you can do it with some arcades. I've never seen it with this arcade. Okay. That's a first. My goodness. I'm actually a bit surprised. Alright. I'm grabbing this bottle. And then we're gonna talk to, well... I don't think they have a name. We just know that the kit went over here. Paul and Poppy's kit went over here. And honestly, I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna let it happen. Right. Missed it, unfortunate. I would like these fireflies, please. You are the most annoying type of bug there is. Yo, we got a bug throwing that. That's cool. Never done that before. Can I get this, please? Can I get you, please? Can I, please? Okay, thank you. Okay, this is the arcade. We count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Ah! Okay, well, there we go. We missed the skip. We're gonna try it one more time because I think it's a cool skip. Okay, there we go. If that skip is harder than it should be. We got it. There we go. Perfect. Uh-oh. Now... we can go ahead and finish off the rest of the quests in this island. Oh, god dang. These snowmen. Alright, that's another quest. I'm a little concerned, by the way. there's something I noticed, or that I did, and I hope it didn't actually happen. But if it did, we might have to do an extra quest. I'll explain a bit later. I'm gonna do some fishing first. Please. Thank you. Angelfish. Such a peaceful little fishing segment here. There's one between this. Upper. There's one near the bamboo. And then finally one here. And we have another tape to collect. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned about something. We'll see how it goes. So in this one, right, these puzzles, we're finally introduced to the mechanic of you can plant a additional pot for yourself, and then you can plant a little plant in there. Solve it. I need these bugs. Oh, you guys are bugging me. Get it? Because they're okay. Anyway, let's talk to Paul. Got a coin. Please. Then go ahead, place that there. Please come with me, bug. Okay, and then we need to do yellow over here, blue over yonder, and red over here. I said over here. And then still need more bugs. Please come with me. Don't worry, I'm just gonna feed you to a blogger. Honestly, you know what? I understand their decision to not be taken. And that's Gabby's quest. Or at least that would be if he would allow me to talk to her. There you go. I think we're fine. Okay, so what I'm worried about is with this letter, right? The bottle drop is what we call it when we open up the bottle menu like that. If you have it open during a coin cutscene or a cassette cutscene, I think specifically coin cutscene, if you have it open for too long, it actually does not count the coin as collected. And you cannot collect it again until you restart the game, I believe. So essentially, if that happens, we are down one coin, and then we still have to do the extra long quest I was trying to skip before.
Aww.
So it's a pretty scary thing to hold on to, but I think we should be fine. And that's 36. We should be able to check the whiteboard now to see if that's actually true. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. We did it. We did it. Tapple HQ next. Alright, final stretch of the game. Tapple HQ time. So first thing we're gonna do is grab that. Actually, we want you. Bugs are gonna be important again. And this time we're gonna see bugs from all the other levels come back. Alright. Grab some tapes. Here's another tape. We have another fishing quest, and I really like this one because of the dialogue. Because up until now, Fisher essentially has just been like, man, what a coincidence. I still lost my hook, and here you are, helping me again. And in this one, the dialogue is super sweet because he goes, hey, I could have just grabbed a different hook by now and just, you know, fished by myself. You know, figured it out, right? But I think I'm not doing that because I enjoy fishing with you much more. And I think that's just super sweet. Also, I grabbed the pineapple. That's not what I wanted. Is this the fish? That's a hamburger. Alright, we will stop trying to do the difficult jumps, I guess. That's a fish. Alright. This is the last time we'll see Fisher, by the way, so if you like Fisher, I'm sorry. Not a fish. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Alright, there we go. Okay. That one's always a bit tough because of the frog statues there have really weird collision, so it's kind of hard to figure those guys out. Oh. Hit it! No! Okay, alright. This is not my best fishing. I apologize. Normally, I know how to fish. Alright, there we go. Chat, what is my RTA timer at right now? Can anyone enlighten me on this mystery?
It's at an hour right this second.
Ooh, okay. Alright. Uh-oh. Please work with me, Niko. Alright. We should be fine. Is that what they say? I'm very confused with the references, but okay. Grab. Hey, come back. Butterfly. Alright, grab another one, grab another one. And you know what to say, under each umbrella you can find a tape. Yeah, that's what they say, right? Alright. It's time for the final little Gabby quest. And we're also gonna grab our last tape of the run. Which is over here, just on the wall. For some reason. There you go. And of course they put the fireflies here just to torture me a little bit more. Alright. Alright. Grab that, grab that. That's one field. We have to do 4 of them, and this is the master field. This is the hardest one, but I think this one is actually super easy. She says as she does that. Don't clip that. That didn't happen. Dang it. And there we go. And this one is very deceitful, but it's essentially just plant it there, and then you just do the blue one and the yellow one. Easy. Hi, Gabby. Please give me my coin. Thank you. All right. Let's start wrapping things up a little bit more here. So, there's actually a big quest on my right. It's called Huge Volley. Because the volleyball is huge. And we're skipping that one because it actually takes literal minutes for that to complete. Now we're supposed to hit a fan to get up here. I'm more a fan of scaling the building. I'm very good at puns, trust me. Alright. Here we go. This unicorn is also another developer. Just so you know. Time for the final mission my quests. Make a pay the punt tag. Uh-oh. That's my beloved. Or as I like to say, my beloved. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye. Let's see. 70. Oh, okay. Hey, remember the thing I said about I think the coin accidentally didn't go through? I was right. So now we get to see Huge Volley. Awesome, am I right? This is why you don't play with bottles. Enjoy. Enjoy Huge Volley. Yep, this is happening. Oh my goodness. You know what? Maybe it was a good thing that we did Huge Volley. We might be overestimate because of this, and I'm very sorry to the organizers. But we got content out of it. Again, this is literally just 15 seconds per ball that we have to wait for. There we go. We did all the balls now. There we go. See, that's... you know what? At least you agree, Ray. Alright. So now we got to see every quest in the game. This was not supposed to happen, but there you go. Alright. It's time for our final quest of Lewis and Sertial. Wait! Oh, Hey guys, remember when I said... Hey guys, remember when I said I made a mistake with the coin counting? I made a double mistake with the coin counting. I forgot that we had the butterflies. That was the last coin I was missing, actually. So... I also have to redo this quest. Okay. So we did Huge Volley instead of the butterflies. No worries. It's fine. What could possibly go wrong? I run this game. I'm world record holder. And this is not... This is not the display of the skill that I wanted to give. It's okay. It only shows I'm human. So, I'm sorry to all the Blessley lovers out there. We're gonna miss Blessley. Here we go. Here we did it. Whoop, 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 whoop. Alright. Now, you saw that soda can over there? That's to unlock, like, the interview, essentially. We're gonna not do that soda can. Even though we have enough coins for it, it's actually slower to do that because there's a big skip coming up that we also do in 80%. It's called applesauce. Essentially, we skip the coin requirement of the 15 coins by just jumping up the building with some precise jumps. It's gonna be the hardest trick in the game, usually, but I've done it so many times now, it's kind of just, you know, routine. It's not that hard anymore compared to some of the other tricks. So I'm gonna try to do that now. Can I get a final time? Where are we at right now? Because the end is coming up, and I can give you...
Coming up on 1:08 in a few seconds.
Okay, we are gonna be underestimate if I hit this. Ah! And this is the hard part, getting onto this beam. There we go. And then get up here. Cool. That was the skip. The hard part there, so basically what's happening down there is that there's a big volume. Instead of like a barrier that just blocks you from going up, it's just a big barrier that pushes you down continuously. But we can go against that with some dives and slides. And this is the final interview. So after this, it's about 30 seconds left of the run. So be ready to press that timer, y'all. I'll tell you when it needs to be pressed. And we did every quest in the game, and we are employee of the month, everyone. We are the employee of the month. I'm very proud of this achievement, and I hope I get a bonus. Now, the final train, that wasn't a phone call, it was our dad. There's a whole backstory with Niko and they had like trouble at home. It's implied it has to do with their non-binary identity, but it's not explicitly stated. It's a whole mess. But time. There we go. That was it. That's Here Comes Niko, Employee of the Month. We did 75 out of 76 coins. We only need 75 for the Employee of the Month status. And yeah, it's a super fun run. I recommend everyone to kind of just check out Here Comes Niko in general. Again, there's currently a bundle going on with a whole bunch of games, including Niko. It's a very fun and cute game. If you want to learn a quick and easy game and a fun game, this is a good game to learn. The 80% route is awesome. And if you want to do a bit of a longer category and do some stuff that you normally don't get to do in 80%, these categories, 46 coin, Employee of the Month, and 100%, they're definitely a vibe, and I definitely recommend them. And without further ado, that's it for me. But it's not the end of me, because I'll be here during the next run for Groucho's Hand in Time run as commentary.
Thank you so much, Naomi. I appreciate it. And thank you for filling in. Naomi agreed to do this run on very short notice. Literally yesterday afternoon, I reached out to Naomi because we had a spot to fill, and she was fantastic about just immediately saying yes, and it was perfect. So thank you.
You're welcome.
And yeah, like she said, we have Groucho coming up next with a Hat in Time 80% run. So don't go nowhere. And do remember, we're raising money today for RIP medical debt. And as a reminder, every dollar you donate results in $100 in medical debt being relieved. So very small donations can have very large impacts. So please consider donating if you have the means, and we will see you soon.